I'm not opposed to the vaccine, but I am opposed to the mandate 100% on the grounds of science.
People have died from COVID. I just don't think we should allow this kind of misinformation on our air.
Things got real heated on The View Tuesday between Jedediah Bila and her former co-hosts.
Come on, you've been at Fox TV too long.
The former Fox and Friends anchor appeared on the daytime talk show to promote her new book, but it didn't take long for co-host Joy Behar to address the, quote, elephant in the room. The 42-year-old author was supposed to join the show in studio weeks prior, but couldn't because ABC requires everyone in the building to be vaxxed, and well, she isn't.
I have a medical exemption to the vaccine that's been written by my infectious disease vaccinated specialist in New York City that's been co-signed by 3 other doctors. I'm not a candidate for this vaccine. I also have sky-high, multi-tiered, multifaceted natural immunity. So for me personally, this vaccine poses a greater risk than a benefit. I'm also not a risk to any of you. I know there's been a lot of debate about that, but I have these doctors who've gone on record with that as well.
Jedediah then noted that she's not anti-vax, but she thinks people should talk to their doctors and make decisions for themselves, before saying that she does oppose vaccine mandates.
The vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID and does not prevent you from transmitting COVID.
Oh my goodness.
Reality, and
No,
we have
that's
seen that.
not so. Come on.
Yeah, so the ladies of The View weren't feeling that at all. And let it be known.
That is why masks were reinstated for people who were vaccinated, because they said, and they admitted, they came out and said, for this Delta variant, transmission is going to be a thing for vaccinated and unvaccinated people. So I'm not opposed to the vaccine, but I am opposed to the mandate 100% on the grounds of science.
People have died from COVID, including Manny's in-laws. And we've been friends a long time, but Manny's parents, I just don't understand why you would choose to prioritize your personal freedom over health and safety of others.
But before the argument was over, Sunny Hostin got one final message across.
We've had the United States Surgeon General debunk.
Yes, I heard what he said.
Everything that you've just said, and I just don't think we should allow this kind of misinformation on our air.
Of course, the name Sunny mentioned before, Manny, is her husband. And back in January, she revealed during an episode of The View that both of his parents died from COVID-19.
They were both physicians, and they were both very careful. We want to thank the doctors and nurses that gave them such incredible care. They're doing God's work, letting us FaceTime with Manny's parents while they were passing away.
Jedediah made her best effort to reassert her argument, but Sunny wouldn't let up.
I'm really sorry,
Sunny,
my friend.
first of all,
I'm really sorry,
Sunny,
my friend.
first of all, I would say to you as a friend, what I just said to you is I am prioritizing my health, and people talk about the common
over
good.
the health and safety
You're not going to have a common good if you're not prioritizing your own health. You have the Surgeon General.
This should sound very familiar to you, Jed. This should sound very familiar to you. We got to go to break.
Gotta love a good commercial break to break the tension. Of course, The View is no stranger to a heated debate. In fact, back in 2019, former co-host Meghan McCain told ET she thinks that's part of the show's appeal.
I mean, I think that's why people like the show is they know it's not scripted and they know we're not being phony, and I'm not trying to placate to an audience.
Meghan exited the show earlier this year, leaving 4 ladies on the panel. And when ET caught up with Sunny, Joy, and their fellow co-hosts Whoopi Goldberg and Sarah Haynes back in September, they opened up about returning to the studio for the first time in 2 years with less ladies at the table.
It's much more fun to have fewer people, I think, because you can talk more, and more people can, we can say more to each other even. It became like, I gotta get a word in here now, it was, I don't love that, but we've learned how to do that now. The opposite of that was being alone in your house, which is what we were for the past 2 years, and now what we'd be like, well, what do you think? And then all of a sudden I have to give a speech. I didn't love that. I like the audience, I like the camaraderie, I like the fun of it, which is what this is about now. And this is why The View is popular, for this exact reason.